Hello again, everyone. Back with yet another video talking about books. It's like I'm a reader or something. Today, I wanted to talk about the latest Percy Jackson and the Olympians book. The first one of just Percy Jackson that we've gotten in... I think I was in high school when Last Olympian came out. And that's been over 10 years ago. Well, I graduated 10 years ago. So, God, I'm old. Anyway, Book 6 of the Percy Jackson and the Olympians series, The Chalice of the Gods. For timeline purposes, if anyone wondering, this is after the Heroes of Olympus series. Which, while I did enjoy that, I didn't enjoy it as much as Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Personal opinion, I think Rick Riordan is at his best, at least with the Greek stuff, when we're just in Percy's first-person POV. I love that so much. I don't think you could have done Heroes of Olympus just in Percy's POV. But, personal favorite. Anyway. So, Chalice of the Gods, it's been at least a decade since we've had just Percy Jackson. Is this any good? First off, yes. I devoured this book in 2 days. Mostly because it is short. It's about 268 pages. You can see it's not really that beefy, especially in comparison to Heroes of Olympus. Excuse me. But also because it is just that good. I wanted to keep going. I wanted to see where this story goes. And I will give this story props on multiple levels. And none of these are really spoilery. First off, the stakes of the book, it's not yet another, oh my god, the world's gonna end if Percy doesn't do this quest. No, the stakes are very low. It's basically just like trying to save one god's reputation is more or less all it is. And even though the stakes are so low, number one, that's refreshing. But number two, it doesn't make the story any less compelling. I still was like, yeah, I want to see what happens. I want to see how this plays out. And secondly, should have drank something before starting this. My bad. And secondly, another thing that's kind of refreshing in this book, I don't think there's a single moment in this book where Percy solves a problem just by beating something over the head with Riptide, his magic pen sword. I don't think he uses the sword at all. He tries to, and that's all the more I'll say on that. Yeah, I don't think he uses the sword at all. Like, pretty much every conflict in this book is solved by either cleverness or some other means. Like, almost none of the conflict in this book is solved by fighting. And that was honestly kind of a relief and interesting to see. And one thing I will say that Riordan and subsequently Percy touches on in this book, is just there's little musings on just how like much the Greek gods F with people's lives, and just how by the simple fact that they're immortal and they don't ever have to really, change themselves or fix themselves, that the gods are kind of effed up people. Like, there's definitely some musings on that. And I kind of wonder if any of those musings will continue in the other two books that are sure to follow, because this is the beginning of a trilogy. Percy has to do 3 different quests to get, again, this isn't spoilery, this is literally the blurb of the book, I'm pretty sure. He has to do 3 different quests to get 3 college letter recommendations from the gods And this is quest number 1. And I also think recently Riordan revealed the title and release date for book 2, or book 7, I guess. Either way, I am very much looking forward to reading the next 2 books in the trilogy. It's good to be back with Percy, Annabeth, and Grover. And I highly recommend it if you are a fan of the Percy Jackson series. If you are, you've probably already picked it up. But if you haven't, you've been on the fence about it. It did come out end of last month, the 26th. I think it was the 26th. But if you've been on the fence about it, or if you just really like Greek myths set in modern day, like Greek mythological stuff set in the modern day, highly recommend it. It is geared towards the YA age ranges, but I'm almost 30, and I still got a lot out of it. I really enjoyed it. I laughed a few times. Percy is as witty as always. And this book was just a lot of fun. Like I said, very much looking forward to reading the next 2. Anyways, that's all. Oh, one other thing. And this is an in-lore thing. Again, not really a spoiler, but like... So I guess this book kind of confirms that the person writing, like, the first-person books, like, Percy is typing these out. Like, he mentions autocorrect messing up a word that he typed. And I just find that interesting. I don't know why, but I do. Anyway, y'all have a good one. I will see you guys in the next video.